Welcome back. It is time to take things to the national level. Now, the Eagles have lost, or they did lose 3 straight in embarrassing fashion to the Dolphins, Bucks, and then the Lions. But they bounced back with wins over the Patriots and the Bills. So how does this happen? I don't really know, but that's why we have Philly Voice's Jimmy Kempski on the line to talk about the Birds. Now, with everything that's been going on, what are your thoughts about this Philly team's roller coaster of a season?
Yeah, well, they looked about as bad as a team can look. And Chip Kelly's coming under fire in terms of, is he going to stick with the team next year? What's his future going to be like going forward? And you have players in the locker room that are questioning the way that things are done. And then all of a sudden they win in New England. Then they come home and they win in Buffalo now. And now they're tied atop the division with the Redskins and the Giants, who are both, again, they're not really strong football teams either.
Definitely. Well, staying on the topic of Chip Kelly, do you think that he'll be back in Philly next season?
It's all going to come down to how they finish. I mean, there's 3 games left, obviously, and if they win the division, then I don't think he's going anywhere. Certainly, I don't think he's going anywhere, regardless of what happens the rest of the season. But we're only 3 weeks away from the regular season being over. So at this point, probably just best to see how everything plays out, and then at that point, better to give a more of an educated guess on what his future will be.
Definitely. Well, we'll just have to see. Just 3 games left in the regular season, and I'm going to be looking past this Arizona game for the time being because really that game doesn't matter in terms of a playoff run. But hypothetically speaking, let's say the Eagles do lose to the Cardinals. Do you think that that will affect how they approach their final 2 games of the season against division opponents?
Yeah, it's a good question. I mean, this game is by far the least important of the 3 games that they are remaining, obviously, because the Redskins and Giants are in the Eagles division, and that's who they're tied with for the division lead. So, this game has the least amount of meaning. You want to win all of them, but if they lose this game, I don't think it's going to be a big mental setback for them, and if it is, then they really have no chance of winning anyway. So, I think if they lose this game, then, they can bounce back because they know what the final 2 games are going to mean and what it'll mean for them going to the playoffs or not.
All right, well, that is Philly Voice's Jimmy Kempski. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Now, I think that the Eagles have the ball in their court as to whether or not they want to win the division. Between the Skins, the Giants, and the Eagles, I think that Philly is a more talented team by far, but again, it will come down to December 26th against the Skins and then January 3rd against the Giants. Now, I think the Eagles are going to pull it off, but we will just have to wait and see. Don't go anywhere. We are going to another commercial break, but when we come back, it is time to get to the plays of the week. Keep it right here.
I'm Grace Tunis, and I'm from WPS Basketball, and this is Delmarva Sports Insider.